with a very positive attitude. The receptionist Rosie won't tell him what the job is about either, and after gifting him a mug, she calls for Tanner, who picks up Paul and takes him through different areas in the building as he explains they're a law firm and that computers aren't allowed in here. When they reach an area that is being fixed, Tanner weirdly gets worried about a stapler on the floor and makes Paul carefully walk around it, telling him not to panic. They continue to make their way through many weird offices, like one with a giant map and lots of telephones where Paul thinks he sees Monty. They also go through one with lots of typewriters and another one with a bunch of tubes, but Paul can't tell what they're doing and Tanner won't answer his questions. Eventually Tanner takes Paul to the innermost office, where Sophie is also waiting. The two of them are now in turns, and Tanner promises someone will bring them chores before leaving. Because of his nervousness, Paul keeps talking non-stop, but he's very awkward and Sophie isn't impressed. Suddenly a strange creature runs in the shadows, startling Paul out of his seat. He comes closer for a better look, he only sees a regular mouse. At that moment Rosie shows up and leaves them a bunch of maps, saying they must circle the locations containing bauxite deposits. Paul doesn't know what he is doing, but he still spends the whole morning with Sophie inspecting the maps. The duo pauses for lunchtime, and on their way downstairs, Sophie says she wants to have coffee, which is weird because moments ago she said she didn't like it. Then they bump into Judy, who brings them to a park. Suddenly, a sewer lid opens and a canister is thrown out, which Judy immediately picks up. Then she explains that the lady on the bench is reading Atonement, and when she reads about the character jumping into the fountain, Sophie needs to signal to her. Sophie can't help but ask how she can know where she's at in the book, so Judy tells her to stand in the bushes while she watches from afar. Sophie concentrates and to her shock, she finds herself seeing what the woman sees. As soon as the reader reaches the right part of the book, Sophie makes the signal, and Judy moves her finger, causing the man sitting by the fountain to suddenly fall into the water. The lady on the bench hurries over to check and a romantic relationship soon begins. Judy praises Sophie for doing a good job, explaining that the man's parents had spent a lot of money to arrange for their son to marry the lady on the bench, but doing this way makes them believe it was destiny.